Hello, and apologies for being a minute late, but welcome to my catalog launch party. If you somehow ended up here and don't know, I am Hannah Bird of Hannah Crafted Gifts, and I am here just from work and a workout and a craft class I was actually attending, showered and ready to go to share everything from the new, what I call holiday catalog from Stampin' Up with you. But really, this is the mini September to December 2024 catalog. So I'm excited to share this with you tonight. I see someone's already watching live. Please let me know who you are, where you're watching from, comment on the things that you like, maybe that you have questions about. I'll try to respond to comments live, and then also we'll follow up with you later because I often can't catch them all as they come in, and then I can't see them again without going back. So I am just gonna check because I do have my phone recording and then my computer showing me that we are live, which it looks like we are. Just a little delay there, but I just wanted to check that before we get started. And then I do want to get started. Let me give you a quick overview of what we're going through over the next about hour. And thank you, by the way, for being willing to start an hour later than we usually do. If you've been following me and my catalog launch parties, they're usually at 8. Today, of course, was at 9 p.m. Eastern time because of all those other things I had to fit in today. So thank you. But the plan for tonight is we're going to take a tour through this catalog, which is available on StampinUp.com. You can go and I just search catalogs and this will come up. There's a pack of these, and that's not the one you want to click on unless you want to buy a pack, which you have to be a demonstrator to do. But there is, I think the first result that will come up for this catalog is just a single catalog. You'll know because it's only $2. And in the description of the catalog, there's a PDF that you can download to your phone. I use an iPhone and love to have it in iBooks because then I can bookmark it, just like I've bookmarked my hard copy here, and I can do searches for things and some useful things on the phone that the paper copy can't do. But you can also buy a paper copy. And then you can also just see everything in the online store. There's a section right now under what's new for this catalog, so you can see everything in just this catalog, or you can search by the different category of type of craft product to see, for instance, all the ribbon and trim, not just the ribbon and trim that comes in this catalog. But that brings me to a point on prizes that I want to get to, although my computer says that I am no longer online, so hopefully that's not true. If you're still watching live, like Lisa, I see you're out there, maybe let me know if I'm still showing on your end. But I'll just keep talking, and hopefully my computer's lying to me. So we're going to take a tour through the catalog. While we take a tour, I'm going to show you some product and project samples as we come across those in the catalog. And at the end, we'll discuss prizes. I see Anna's watching too. Hi, Anna. So yes, stay tuned till the end, or if you're watching this on replay and you don't have much time, you can skip to the end to learn about prizes. So there's a couple different ways you can win. One way you have to buy into and the other you don't. So something for everyone. All right, so let's get into it because you can see I have lots of bookmarks here. I actually bookmarked every page for like the first half of the catalog. So hopefully we'll be able to move through this quickly, but there's so many good things. So first of all, on what seems to me like page 1, but is page 2, I guess they're counting the cover as page 1. Thanks, Lisa, for letting me know I'm still live. This is your table of contents. And as you will see, if you're familiar with our new annual catalog that came out a few months ago, earlier this year, it's organized in the same way. So you have 3 different types of crafting experiences. First, you have step-by-step crafting, and that's going to be choreographed crafting. So good for beginners, for people who want something quick and easy, maybe who are on the go. Also good for a budget, not just of time, but of money. And so that's the first category or experience of crafting we're going to see in the catalog. Next is quick and easy options. So I mentioned quick and easy for step-by-step. These are still quick and easy, but they may not come with instructions like the kits in the step-by-step crafting do. And so you have a little bit more creative freedom, but still quick and easy. So again, good for making multiples or crafting on the go. Certainly as we come into the holidays, making multiples is very common, whether it's Halloween treats or Thanksgiving table settings or Christmas cards, and those are just to name a few, lots of other things we could be crafting this time of year. And then the last category or experience type is creativity your way. And that's where it's products in both suites that are coordinated, but then also products a la carte so that your creativity is the limit. And you can kind of have all the things and do anything you want with them if that's the type of crafter you are. That's the type of crafter I tend to be. Not that I'm the most creative, but I like to have lots of different things to kind of do all sorts of things with. And then at the end, we've got rewards and our index. So you can also see a couple icons here on page 2 to watch out for. But that's it. And then we're going to move right along to page 3. I wanted to point out that this shows a lot of different types of crafting in these pictures. So it shows the different types of experiences you could have. And I'd love to hear in the comments what your maybe go-to type of crafting is right now, but also maybe one that you haven't thought about in a while or maybe ever. So we have card making. I think we think of that a lot with paper crafts. That's most of what I do. But we also have gift packaging, which could be particularly relevant this time of year. This is actually an ornament kit that came out today, which I'll come back to, but that could be counted as maybe home decor or holiday specific crafts. Memory keeping, so whether it's photo journaling or scrapbooking, and Stampin' Up! Also just came out today with some new scrapbooking products, so once again, we'll talk about that. I mentioned, table settings for gatherings, gifts, and this shows, someone watching a tutorial online or maybe a catalog launch party like this. And then some more gifts. So, we've got gift tags, gift boxes, all sorts of treat packaging. So lots of different types of ways we can use stamps, ink, and paper. And page 3 also shares the statement of the heart from Stampin' Up, which is why we do what we do. So to love what we do and share what we love as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments, in this we make a difference, which speaks to a lot of the values behind, again, just stamps, ink, and paper. It's so much more than that. All right, so speaking of which, on page 4, I told you we're going to hit every page of the catalog at the beginning here. This is the Making a Difference part of this catalog. Stampin' Up's Making a Difference program does a lot of different charitable work throughout the year in different ways, but every year during the holiday catalog, they do what's called product give back. So a specific product in every catalog at this time of year, part of the proceeds are donated to a specific charity, usually that relates to the product. So this year, the charities that are going to be supported are ones that benefit children's literacy. And so $3 from every pack of this Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper will be donated to those organizations around the world. And you can see here some of the designs. We'll see more later. Again, you can be following along in your hard copy of the catalog if you have one online, if needs be. Sorry, I'm trying to get the angle just right. Page 5 shows some more of the designs, and they really are very classic Christmas designs. Let me get in here so I can see. So I particularly like, actually you can see it better on this page, but I particularly like this reindeer page, and if you like reindeers, there's a lot more to come in the catalog, by the way. I have my camera flipped, so hopefully you're reading the words the right way, but for me it means everything's opposite, so I'm struggling to know where to point. But this reindeer reminds me of the claymation Rudolph classic, which I love as we come up to the holidays. So anyway, so whether you buy this paper itself, just as a pack of DSP, or you buy it as part of the suite that it's a part of, again, $3 from that sale will go towards children's literacy organizations. So very warm and fuzzy feelings about that. All right, I guess we are skipping one page, although it's worth reading. This is Sarah, our CEO, who I particularly look up to. But on page 7, it talks about joining Stampin' Up! And some of the reasons you might do that. And again, hi Lauren, if you're watching live or on replay, I'd love to hear if you've been a demonstrator, like I know Lauren has, my friend Anna is currently, what your favorite part or parts of joining Stampin' Up! Were or are, or if you're not, what maybe intrigues you. Not that it's for everyone, and that's okay if it's not for you, but if it was for you, now or later, what would be kind of the reason? And oh, I just got a thumbs up on the screen. I just realized if you do certain hand motions, things will happen. Like I think if I do a heart, it'll send hearts. So sorry for whatever hand motion I did that gave myself a thumbs down. For a minute there, I was thrown because I was like, oh, did someone thumbs down me? But I thumbs down myself. So I gotta be careful about that. Okay, so some of the join opportunities it talks about here. And by the way, I always try to say join, I think can feel loaded, but there are no catches. There are no requirements. If you don't maintain a certain amount of sales of your own purchasing or, selling to friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, whoever, then you are dropped. Your demonstratorship is dropped, but there's no hard feelings about that. People will sometimes drop on purpose to sign back up for the next, opportunity. So it's fine. But some of the things you might want to join for, and this one's my favorite, growing your community by creating and sharing with others. The Stampin' Up! Community is so many special people. A lot of you are here tonight. Thanks for laughing with me, Lisa. Or we'll be catching this on replay. Some of my closest friends have come from Stampin' Up! So I really love the people that I get to work with as customers and as fellow demonstrators. And again, people like Sarah who I get to look up to. So the people for me is the main reason to be a Stampin' Up! Customer or demonstrator. But as a demonstrator, you get access to a lot of special events and things like that to connect with other crafters. Elisa, yes. Oh, Elisa's here. Good, good, good. This was an interesting one that I feel like people don't talk about a lot, but reaching goals and feeling accomplished. And that's certainly the case whether you are doing this as a business like I'm trying to do, or doing it as a hobbyist and just, growing your creative skills. Getting product discounts, that's a benefit. Gaining early access to products and training. So I've had this catalog for a month. I've been able to buy and play with products for a month now. And so that's an exciting one for those of us who love this and who each catalog is like Christmas morning for us, getting to see all the new things coming. And improve your skills and learn new tips. So again, that progress, again, whether you're a demonstrator or not, just the creative improvement that you can make through doing this. And of course, you don't have to be a demonstrator to have some of those benefits, but there's so much more when you are a demonstrator. And I would say there's even more than these, but this is a good sampling. Again, I'd love to hear what you all think. Elisa says, sharing card crafting with my friends was my favorite part. Yes, Elisa was a demonstrator. How many years were you a demonstrator, Elisa? I'd love to hear. I think longer than me. I'm only on year 5. All right, so page 8 is when we finally start getting into the products, or more of the products. I guess we got to see the product give back product and some sneak peeks. But again, this is the step-by-step crafting experience. So this is the choreographed, instructions included. Not that you have to stick with those, but you can if you want it. Keeping it simple. And we get some more sneak peeks here of this new kit that I mentioned came out today to make these ornaments. I don't have the name of it written down, but I did want to mention that in addition to the catalog releasing today, there were 2 new kits. We get 2 kits every month, and so we got 2 new kits today. This ornament making kit, which you can see a close-up of a finished ornament here. There's 3, each of 3 designs, but they're all very similar to this. In fact, you have to look closely, I feel like, to see the differences. And the other kit that released today is a set of cards. I think it's 5 each of 2 designs, and then a box to organize them in by occasion. And it's all different occasions. It's not a stamping kit, so very simple, just with sentiment, die cuts or stickers, I'm not sure which. And then again, for lots of different occasions with the box to keep them organized in. So check those out on stampinup.com if you're interested. Speaking of kits, here we go. Actually, we'll get to see a look at some of those kits. So this card kit came out last month, a Christmas card kit. And this one is the card organizer that I mentioned came out today. Hi, Terry. Welcome, welcome. This haunted house, super unique. I love that it's a piece of home decor, and so did everyone else. So this is currently sold out, and the bad news is it won't be back before Halloween, most likely. However, it will be back, and it will be available through next Halloween. I've also heard from some friends and seen some examples online of people turning this into a wintry or Christmassy house, because you can just choose to use certain elements, and they've even like flipped, because of course there's a backside to all this paper, right? So they've flipped to the backside that's more plain and recolored it and done some beautiful things with it for other occasions. So keep watch for that to come back. But good tip, if you see something you like, get it while you can, especially if it's an online exclusive like kits, because they are only while supplies last. And sometimes they're restocked, but sometimes they're not. And again, in this case, it is restocked, but not for this Halloween. What else do we have sneak peeks of here? I think you just see the Christmas cards again from the kit that came out last month, and then the ornaments again that again came out today. All right, so that's pages 10 and 11. And there's more kits in Paper Pumpkin, but that comes at the end of the catalog, so we'll talk more about that there. So on pages, page 12, we get into the experience of quick and easy options. So I'd love to hear, hi Paula, I'd love to hear, my camera's like slowly twisting. Which of these craft experiences fits you best right now? And maybe for each of the crafting experiences, what draws you to it at other times maybe? Because I mentioned earlier, creativity your way is usually my way, but quick and easy options, even the step-by-step crafting, I mean, you all know, if you follow along with me, I do a lot of Paper Pumpkin and even kits collection classes and kits myself, because for me, it's great on the go. thing to do, or when I don't have a lot of creative energy, just to be able to still do something creative without having to innovate my own designs is really a good like mind break. So anyway, quick and easy options. I mentioned earlier, these won't necessarily come with instructions, but they still make it simple to put together beautiful things. So on page, what page is that? 14. You can start to see some great examples using these products on page 15. And these are a new type of product that we got with this year's annual catalog, again, a few months ago, called mix and match products. So you have things like these beautiful cards and envelopes. These cards are opened instead of being folded in half. So you would have this like green and gold on the bottom of both front and back. Same with these, the red and the blue. And then these are the coordinating envelopes to go with them. Just beautiful. And all of this coordinates. So you have the gold dipped mix and match cards and envelopes. You have the tags for the season, mix and match ephemera pack. So those are die cuts that are going to punch out. And then you have the printed pre-cut images and sentiments. So you have the joyful images mix and match ephemera pack, and then the joyful sayings mix and match ephemera pack, so that you can create cards with both, images and sentiments, or, just create tags, or get all of it and have all of your Christmas or winter crafts coordinate. So again, quick, easy, simple. And on page 16, it gives you a little bit more of an idea. So again, not instructions, but more ideas with all of these templates for not just cards, but notice we've got lots of tag templates here as well. Templates is maybe not the right word. What do they call them? They call them templates. Okay. So because we are going into a gifting time of year in particular, you've got some gift tags on there as well. So then page 17, you can see some of those templates in action with those products we just looked at. I am really interested in those gold dipped cards and envelopes. All right, so on page 18, this further coordinates with those mix and match products. We've got a little bit festive specialty designer series paper, and this is specialty because you get one each of these 3 double-sided designs, but then you get one each. Again, pointing is backwards for me, so this is a little tricky. Let's see. One each. Wow, I really can't do it. There we go. I have to look right at it. One each of these die cut sheets. That top one there is frames. You have a strip across the middle. But then you have these card fronts and frames. So like the center of this one with the Christmas bulbs would pop out. And so you just have the frame of bulbs to go in a card front. And then these sheets are all sorts of images. And again, they're the same colors. They've got the gold as the other mix and match elements. So I've seen this. I've actually seen all the paper in the new catalog in person. If you haven't, you can go back and watch my unboxing video where I show all of that all at once. It's a long one. But you can see all of the paper and kind of hear my reaction and description of it in case that's helpful for you. I find that designer series paper, which is my favorite type of product, is best seen in person, of course. Second best seen on a video of someone like unboxing it and going through it. Third best viewed online because you can actually see the full sheets front, and then you click next and you see the full sheet back design. The catalog is always hard because even though they've made it bigger, you can't see whole sheets of DSP. The most you're going to see are these little like peaks like this. I mean, at least they're showing us all of the die cut elements, which is great. But it just doesn't show as well in the catalog, I find, because it's, big sheets, and the catalog, can only fit so much. All right, so on page 19, I also wanted to talk more about memories and more. So again, this is where you can do memory keeping, like photo journaling, scrapbooking, and I'm waking my computer back up because I have some notes here on some other things that Stampin' Up! Released today I wanted to mention to you. So not today, actually a little while ago, the Close to My Heart products that Stampin' Up! Inherited when they partnered with that company, they were making those products only available to former Close to My Heart makers and customers. But now that the makers have been invited to join as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators because that company's closed, and the customers have been invited to become Stampin' Up! Customers, and they've had their chance to shop the remaining product that was bought from the company before it closed, all that to say, now it's available to all of us. So any Close to My Heart product that you see on the Stampin' Up! Website is available to anyone, whether you have purchased with Close to My Heart before or not, whether you were Close to My Heart maker before or not. And then in addition to that, Stampin' Up! Expedited their plans that were already in progress to make more scrapbooking products for us, and they, in record time, like unprecedented time, were able to get us out a brochure, which is digital only, so you won't see a hard copy of it, but it's on the website as of today, and all those products are on the website as of today. It's the September 2024 scrapbooking brochure, and it has 4 suites, essentially, of scrapbooking product. It is also the introduction of a brand new type of product, which is two-tone, I think they're calling it cardstock, but two-tone paper, and it's going to be in all of the Stampin' Up! Colors. So it will be like the darker version and the lighter version of each of our colors, you know, a darker side and a lighter side, kind of like Star Wars. Are you dark side or light side? Let me know. I would like to be light. But that two-tone cardstock will be coming out. All of the colors will be available by our next year's annual catalog. And for now, the colors that coordinate with those suites of scrapbooking products are available. I believe there's 2 that coordinate with suites in this catalog. So additional scrapbooking supplies that will coordinate with the supplies in this catalog. And then there's a Halloween suite of scrapbooking products and a autumn suite of scrapbooking products. The 2 that coordinate with the products in this catalog are more winter and Christmas themed. So anyway, check that out on the website today as well. Lots of new things, not just in the catalog, but on the website. Okay, so that's memory keeping. And those make great card fronts too, those memories and more card packs, not just for memory keeping. All right, now here we are to my favorite part of the catalog. Again, I'd love to know what's your favorite type of crafting experience and just what are some of the benefits you enjoy about all of them, if you enjoy all of them. Oh, someone watched the unboxing video and appreciated seeing it all, so thank you. I can't see the name listed. Terry, thank you, Terry. Thanks for watching, and thanks for sharing that positive feedback. So creativity your way. I particularly love the pictures of this experience. Let me open up the catalog fully, because it's just a wonderful scene of family or friends. It looks like at Thanksgiving or another autumn gathering. And again, it's a reminder of a different type of crafting than maybe we usually do, like home decor, tablescapes, place settings, hostess gifts, guest treats, that kind of thing. Excuse me. So on page 22, we get into the suites. Look, it says sweet, sweet, sweet. Spelled the 2 ways. I love a little bit of a pun. Is that a pun? So anyway, it's just talking about the idea of suites that, you know, are all about, I think, coordination first and foremost, but also things that are on trend, and give us a creative outlet. Sorry, my catalog's falling over, but here we get a little sneak peek of the first suite. We're going to see more of that. Here's some samples from that first suite. We'll see more of that on the next page. So page 24 and 25, this is 25, we see the Season of Elegance suite, which really is so elegant. I can't think of another word for it. So very well named, Stampin' Up. I love this paper. This is the Season of Elegance Specialty Designer Series paper. It has gold foil on one side of every sheet. And it's just these like canvas paintings with kind of that paint distress texture. And thanks for appreciating the pun on there, Lisa. And so I think really beautiful for backgrounds and accents and things like that. One tip about this embellishment, this is the gold textured adhesive backed dots. So I don't know if any of you follow Sarah Douglas, Stampin' Up! CEO. I watch her Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Mountain Time lives as much as I can. And yesterday she actually did a sneak peek, not at the catalog because we couldn't show anything but the catalog cover before today, but although she could, she's the boss, but she didn't. But she showed some of the product, like an unboxing video, some of her favorite product. And she was able to give some tips seeing things in person. And we could see them a little better on the camera too, but in person she was able to say more. And she said that these are less gold and more yellow to the eye in person. So just good to know. Here's some more of the product in the suite, the bundles. You can see it's double bundle, so it's a, what do we call that, a mega suite. So that's the first one. Probably one of, if not my favorite. Next up is Reindeer Days. So here, let me show you the samples first. And then here is all the product. And this is the first sample that I have to show you myself from a swap I did with some friends here locally, some demo friends recently. But before I show you that, I want to show you my favorite part of this suite. Well, I have a couple. Okay, so first, my favorite. Well, we'll go in reverse order. Second favorite, runner-up, the real red and white adhesive back peppermints. How cute are those? So I got those. I unboxed those if you want to check out my video. I don't think I have them right here to, well, yeah, I don't have them right here to grab. But they're kind of matte, and they almost are kind of rubber-like. But it makes them nice and flat, and they come in the 3 different sizes. Super cute. But my favorite thing from this suite, and one of my favorite things in the whole catalog are, let me get the name right, the book treat boxes. So they're white, but of course you can wrap them up, and everyone's been talking about, see, here's one wrapped up. Everyone's been talking about the boxes of Lifesavers. When I was with my demo friends this weekend, they were talking about it, and they're like, you wouldn't remember, you were too young. I'm like, I think I do, because my family used to go to a place called Baldinger's in like rural Pennsylvania, a little ways away from where we lived. And it was an old like penny candy store, and they had all sorts of things. But my favorite was the candy cigarettes. It's the only cigarettes I've ever used. Not the best kids candy, but delicious and fun. So anyway, fun. I don't know. My grandma smoked, and so it like reminded me of her. But anyway, they probably had things like this, and that's how I know about them. If you know about the Lifesaver boxes at Christmas time, let me know. So let me show you this sample. So this is by my friend Fran Trichetta, and I absolutely love what she did with this. So first of all, I think this is adorable. I will say it does kind of, to me, and it's not her design, it's the die itself, which I do think is adorable. It does kind of look to me like someone shot Rudolph and put his head on the wall. So I'm really sorry if I've ruined it for you now by saying that, but it makes it kind of funny. I mean, sad funny, but it's also adorable. So anyway, I love this fold that she did. Lisa remembers, oh, they still make the books of Lifesavers. Now we can make our own. But I love this fold. It's perfect for the reindeer head, maybe peeking out from a window instead of hanging on the wall. And then I forget what stamp set the sentiment comes from, but may your days be merry and bright. I always love when they have the sentiments that pull from Christmas carols or other, songs or verses or things like that we associate with the holiday season. So love this card by Fran Trichetta. It also uses, I just realized it uses the embossing folder with this suite, which is the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. Hopefully you can see that texture on there. She did recommend for using this embossing folder to spritz the paper. If you don't know that trick, you just spritz it lightly with water. You can use the Stampin' Spritzers or any like very fine mist spray bottle. Thanks Lisa. Thanks for laughing at my bad jokes. But yeah, if you spritz the paper, it will keep it from cracking with some of these more 3D folders that create that really deep emboss, which is great unless your paper cracks. So that's a tip. So thanks, Fran, for the tip too. All right, so the next suite is the Sentimental Christmas Suite, and this is the one that has the DSP for the product give back. Here's some samples. You can see more of that DSP. And again, whether you buy the DSP by itself or the whole suite, $3 will still go towards those charities for children's literacy. And I think that's the main thing I wanted to say about this suite, but very like classic, traditional Christmas. And again, not just for card making, but like this page, great for scrapbooking. This page, great for scrapbooking. Just saying. I mean, they could all be used for scrapbooking, but those like are particularly made for that, I think. All right, I want to hear everyone's favorite suite once we're through. This is the other one that might be a favorite for me with that first one of Season of Elegance. So you know why I love this one, right? Somebody say it for me. Oh, Lauren, you never heard the embossing idea. Good. I'm glad that maybe hopefully that'll be helpful for you. So Hannah Bird. So I love everything with birds. And this Nests of Winter suite I think is great because it really is wintry more than Christmassy. And not even necessarily wintry. Like look at some of this DSP. Like that one looks actually very like autumn or spring to me. And even the colors, like the soft pinks and blues. It's not all just reds and greens. So I think it's got great versatility. So yes. That's probably my favorite. But Season of Elegance is a close second. All right, next up we have a very whimsical Snowy Scenes suite. Now, there are no snow globes in this one, no 3D snow globes. Like we used to have those shaker snow globes. I got really excited when I saw this. I thought maybe they were bringing it back. But we do have a snow globe die. It just wouldn't be 3D. And you do have some snow. So if you still have some of those snow globe shaker domes, here's your suite. But some of the DSP has the snow globes on it. Where is it? Oh, it's under this finger here. And the big one over here. So again, very whimsical and cute. All right, so they always seem to do a suite that is just more, again, winter rather than holiday, and maybe even a little spring-like. This one I feel like could range anywhere from fall through spring, maybe even summer, but this is the Regal Winter Suite, so I guess winter is in the name. But I definitely see fall colors. I even see spring colors. I mean, it is the jewel tones, but it's all these florals. So I could see using those really any time of year. And keep in mind, when you're looking at this suite, this has 2 DSP. So you have the Regal Winter DSP, but then you also have the Regal Distressed Patterns Specialty DSP. So these are 6 sheets. They all include gold foil, but they're only patterned on one side. So again, check out my unboxing video to see those. The other side would just be blank white. Sometimes specialty paper is that way. That Season of Elegance specialty paper we saw was not that way. It was double-sided, just with the gold on one side. But sometimes the specialty paper packs are just single-sided. Okay, my favorite season is fall, with one caveat. Winter comes next, and at least living in the north, I don't love the length of winter. I could do like at least the month of December winter and give me as much snow as you want to. That's great. But after the holidays, I find like January, February a little hard. But I love fall. So I always love the fall suite that Stampin' Up! Does. Thankfully, they always do it the way I like it. And this is no exception. So this is the Splendid Autumn Suite. And I'll show you here because you'll see it better. I really love this die. I'm trying to find the name. It's the Autumn Expression Dies. And it's like this little purse looking die, which if you do it with the metallic foils like they've done here, it really looks like a metal, frame around like maybe a cloth or fabric bag. It could also look like a little picture frame, but it has, like even like the chain. Where is it? Here it is. The chain coming off of it. And so I just think that's really neat. That was the picture that they showed for On Trend, which I didn't know like old-fashioned little purses were on trend, but I love that. I'm not that trendy, so I learned my trends from things like Stampin' Up. But I love this paper, the Splendid Autumn DSP. It's 6x6, and it's these scenes in chalk pastel like we've been getting. So we had this with, was it Meandering Meadows, which may still be available as an online exclusive that came out earlier this year. It coordinated with the Memorable Meadows Paper Pumpkin from back in, was that March? So yeah, so they're doing this like for every season now, and I love it. So these are all the kind of autumn scenes and florals and trees and meadows and fields and all sorts of things. Let's see. That's our last suite. Okay, that's what I thought. So tell me what yours is. Now that you've seen them all, what's your favorite suite? Please tell me in comments. Lisa's grandma had a little change purse like that. Okay, yeah. See, I thought it was like, it reminded me of little grandma purses. I have an all metal purse from my grandma, like it's like chain mail, but it kind of reminds me of that. It's also kind of like the Mary Poppins bag. Like when I was talking about fabric bags, I was like, oh, that's like the magical Mary Poppins bag that you just keep pulling things out of. All right, so now we're into bundles on page 38. And let me check how we're doing on time here. Pretty good. Okay, good. We're done looking at every single page of the catalog. Oh, but I forgot to show you some samples. So before we get into bundles, let me go back. So I got excited going through all the suites and I forgot to show you more samples. So back to the Snowy Days suite, or Snowy Scenes, I'm sorry, Snowy Scenes suite, which by the way, I also forgot to mention, this is one of the suites that, one of the new scrapbooking suites in the brochure that came out today coordinates with. The other one is the Reindeer Days suite that I showed you this sample from earlier. So when you buy the scrapbooking suites, they come with the DSP that's in this catalog, but more like a sticker sheet and things like that. So you can either buy the DSP a la carte from the mini catalog or buy it as part of the scrapbook offerings in the brochure, or both. So here's a Snowy Scenes card that my friend Brenda Miller made, which I just think has lots of great layers, and it has this ribbon. This is the what's it called? Pool Party 5/8 inch pom-pom ribbon. They always have like very accurately descriptive names, which is helpful. And I really like that. It's very soft and pliable. And it just has really cute little pom-poms. It looks like it's frosted or something. So that was her swap from this weekend. And then Sharon Power did a card for the Splendid Autumn Suite. And so here you can see one of those beautiful scenes. And the sentiment, may the beauty of the season fill your heart with joy. She's got some of the embellishments on there. Oh, and she stamped the inside. I almost forgot. Change can be beautiful. Love that sentiment. Sorry, I'm holding things a little crooked. Lisa likes the autumn papers. That's your favorite. Okay, well, it's going to be, well, I was going to say it's going to be autumn soon, but in Florida it's going to be autumn in like 4 months. You'll have autumn in December. So I guess you could still get it now to share with people like me who live up north. Not that you have to share it with me, but I just mean, you know, those of us who are about to be experiencing autumn. It's starting to cool down here, which is kind of nice. All right. So back to bundles. If you don't already know, bundles are 10% off of 2 items or more, sometimes 3. But it's almost always a stamp set and a tool that coordinates with that stamp set, whether it's dies to cut out the images or sentiments with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or a punch, which also cut out whatever it is in the stamp set. This is maybe the first exception I've ever seen where it's not a stamp set and a tool, it's a stamp set and DSP. So this is the Take a Bow bundle. This one I got to see even earlier than the catalog, and so did other demonstrators. If we won the April Sales Challenge, I think that was the event that it was at, they showed us a sneak peek of this. So that was many months early. So again, another demonstrator perk. But this one comes with this set of dies to cut these strips, and they fit perfectly onto a sheet of 6x6 paper, which is what this is. You have to use 2 pieces of 6x6 paper and run the dies, the whole set, through twice to get what you need to make one of these big, beautiful bows. And they are pretty big. Like, I haven't seen it in person, but I'm guessing it's like the palm of my hand at least. And the DSP, of course, you can buy separate. It is a little different though. So it's 48 sheets, but it's only 4 double-sided designs. So you get a lot more sheets of each design. So again, you can make these cohesive bows. Although it could look cool with, you know, different designs. I'd love to see, you know, what people do with that. You can also, do they show it here? Well, yeah, they show this card. Doesn't make bows, but it just uses these pieces as like strips or banners in the background. So there's multiple uses for it, but it's intended primarily to create gift bows. All right, I have to start skipping some bundles because otherwise, again, we'll be looking at every single page of the catalog together, which sounds fun, but it's late. So on page 44 is my favorite bundle in the new catalog, and I will, of course, tell you why. So this is the Hang and Ornament bundle, and I can't remember the name. Bethany, hi, my friend Bethany. If you know the name from the new annual catalog, actually, it was a carryover from last annual catalog, I think, but it's an interactive bundle. So it has dies that will create interactive like pull strips and like pop-off shapes to reveal things. So this bundle is kind of like that. Again, I can't remember the name of that one, but I liked this for the same reason, because it's interactive. So it's this die here. It's only this die here, as far as I can figure, that is interactive. But if you look real closely, maybe you can see that there are these 3 little breaks, or I guess like not breaks, in the cut. So it becomes perforated rather than cut. And that allows you to either, well, I'll show you. So this was my project I made for our swap this weekend with my friends here in Jersey. So it is an oversized gift tag. And so it allows you to either have the ornament image, you've got 2 ornament images, so you can die cut and either keep them on the design. And here, I'll just show you real quick. I also did the back, all using this bundle. It's the only stamps and dies that I used. Or you can tear the perforation, which I've done on this one, which is a little different. I don't like it as much. It's not symmetrical. I went with symmetry. But I've already broken the perforation on this ornament, and so it pops off. I have something behind, so my gift tag still looks complete. This one's very similar on front and back. Again, just symmetric or asymmetrical on the front. But then with this, check this out. it even has this little hole, this little die cut hole. So hopefully you can see my finger through there. And you can hang this on the tree. So that's what they're showing you in the catalog. I just obviously got so excited about this. So people can pull the ornament off of whatever you've made for them, a card, a gift tag, whatever, and hang the ornaments on their tree. You just, you know, could use like, you know, this smaller baker's twine to thread through there, or bend a paper clip to put through there. And you've got an ornament for your tree. So I love that it's 2-in-1. So fun. Now the thing that got me, I'm still obviously very excited about this bundle, but just so you know, one thing that I was a little surprised by is I thought that this strip and maybe this strip would be a tearaway reveal as well, because that's what the other bundle, again from an annual catalog, did. This one does not seem to do that. So you, if you have that bundle, could probably use it with this and create like a little tearaway strip to reveal your sentiment or something like that. But this kind of scalloped piece, whoops, this kind of scalloped piece cuts all the way out. And so I can't necessarily like pull a perforation to reveal a sentiment behind there. It's just gonna create a nice little sentiment banner for me. It kind of reminds me of like the pearls that you string on a tree. Very nice. All right. The next bundle on the very next page, so that was page 44. This is page 45. The one-of-a-kind bundle. I have a sample to show you. Oh, wait. No, I don't. That's that's a different snowflake set. So that's one snowflake set with punches. I'm going to show you a snowflake set with dies, but that will come in a moment because I have a few other things to show you first. So my mistake. Page 46. This is my second favorite bundle in the catalog. This is the Humble Home bundle, and it is a punch and stamp set bundle, so you can have this little house builder punch to punch out the pieces of your house. So here's a sample from my friend Lisa Yamamoto using that bundle, and here are those peppermint embellishments that I was mentioning earlier. But from our house to yours, I love that sentiment. Great for any time of year. Honestly, this card could be not just Christmas. Certainly, you know, if you took off the peppermints especially, because it does look a little like a gingerbread house, was her intention, and I love that. But you could easily make it for other times of year as well, with just different colors, different embellishments, and even the different house, because like this one does kind of look like a gingerbread house, but you also have just the brick house on here. Anyone know the song? One of my favorite oldies but goodies. Let's see, nothing on the inside on this one, so hopefully you can see there's some Wink of Stella like on the light in the windows. If not, just a reminder that I think you can maybe see it on the heart coming out of the chimney. And that's a great touch, especially this time of year. So love that sample, love that bundle. And then the Sweetest Star bundle. So once again, I hope I'm not going to ruin things for you, but I'm just going to give you a peek inside of how my mind works and hopefully make you feel more comfortable to share your perspectives on things, because it can be kind of fun and funny. So I think this is really cute. I also think that these little, you know, cookie people or whatever they are a little creepy looking in the catalog. But I'm about to show you a sample that changed my mind. Like, I particularly thought this one was a bit creepy. My least favorite Disney movie of all time, The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I know is, you know, a cult classic, and this time of year, everyone's watching it. Again, my least favorite. But the villain in that is Oogie Boogie, and this kind of reminded me of him, so maybe that's why I thought it was creepy. But I'll show you the sample, and also take note here. With the punch, you can then score the points of the star from the point to the center and create a little 3D star effect. So here, this is my friend Barbara Dykehouse, who won me over on this bundle by creating this card with the one that I thought was creepiest. But, oh, thanks for knowing the reference, Lisa. She's a brick, I won't sing it. House, you know. But hopefully you can see the dimension on that. She's done the scoring to pop that up. She's got the peppermints on there again as the buttons. And it's actually really cute. And I love this fold too. I think she did a great job. You can see the sentiment in there. May your days be merry and bright. Just pulling out her little name note to remind me. So really, really beautifully done. Again, won me over. Because I wanted to like it, but I just wasn't sure. And then I saw it in person. And, you know, for better or worse, when you see things in person, you tend to like them more and want them more. When we were at our swap this weekend, everyone was like, oh no, now I have to place another order. So, wish lists. again, it's a gifting time of year. Ask for these for gifts. Although if you're using them to make Christmas cards, maybe ask for them early. Okay, this is the one I got confused on. The other snowflake bundle with dies this time. These Edges dies, which are really cool, no pun intended, but always appreciated. The Frozen Edges bundle. So this very special card is by my friend Lynn Hunt Phones. I'm just going to give a quick expanded shout out to Lynn. So Lynn is part of this group that I started called the Northish Jersey SU Demonstrators. And as the name suggests, you know, I kind of like the names of ribbon Stampin' Up! Gives. I just called it what it was. People who live in Northish Jersey that are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Well, she lives in the southernmost part of Jersey, which, yes, is a small state, but, like, still a long drive. She comes to every one of our meetups. She's almost always the first one there. And she does, like, excellent, like, extra cards every time. So this was not a fancy fold theme or anything, and she still made us this beautiful fancy fold with heat embossing and specialty paper. Like, if you can see, this paper is like a glimmer paper. Just beautiful. Snuggle up and hope for snow. I know my Florida friends, you'd be hoping real hard, but hey, I lived in Tallahassee when we had that snow day. And wishing you a cozy day. I'm not gonna feel too bad for you, because when we're having snow day after snow day after snow day in February, we're gonna wish we were you. But yeah, beautiful example of Frozen Edges bundle. All right, so page 51. If you didn't notice in the new annual catalog, one of the biggest hits was a resource page towards the back that talked about color theory, which as a former art student, I loved seeing, and everyone else did too. And so this catalog has brought that back in by doing 4 Christmas cards, 4 colorful ways, and doing a few different types of color palette. So we've got the classic Christmas palette. I want to know everyone's favorite. The Christmas chic, which is, it says, making something understated yet beautiful by pairing darker tones with other neutrals for a modern winter feel. That's my runner-up, believe it or not. Even though I'm a total neutrals person, I almost never wear color. That's my runner-up. I really do like it, but I like another one better. Wonderland Wishes, bringing holiday cheer with nods to seasonal characters, like sugar plum fairies and happy hues of pinks and plums. Interestingly, there's no plum, but there is pink, and you could add plum. And so, you know, that's just a slightly different take on maybe the classic Christmas. It kind of reminds me of like those pink metal trees that were popular. When would that have been? Like in the 70s or something? I don't know, but that kind of version of a nostalgic Christmas. And then Glam Tidings. Believe it or not, this is my favorite. So like dazzling ornaments on a tree mix rich jewel tones with metallic accents for an elegant holiday look. And notice that Season of Elegance Specialty Designer Series paper. No need to do anything else. It's got all that going on in and of itself. But we also have the birds there, so it's probably partly the sample that's really selling me on that combo. But what's everyone else's favorite? Classic Christmas, Christmas chic, Wonderland Wishes, or Glam Tidings? Tell me in comments. I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice. Let me take a quick sip of drink. I'm sorry if I'm screaming at you. Just turn down your device. I was doing an event at my day job today. It was a student involvement fair, and it was packed, and we were having to like scream over like a band playing, and whew, so I'm in that mode. Okay, page 53. The reason I want to share this with you is actually not because of the big product displayed on this page, but because of the little product displayed on this page. So in the mini catalogs especially, there is sometimes product hiding in the corners or on the edges. So look for that. And they'll always mention it. They'll tell you the name and the SKU number or what other page to find more information on. But this is the Festive Glimmer paper. It comes in 3 colors: Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, and Granny Apple Green. It was in my unboxing video of all the DSP, but kind of hiding there. I mean, it is the center, but it's small, and you might think it's just, you know, like these blender pens that they're just kind of indicating that they made some of these samples with, rather than a new product that they are highlighting to sell. Sometimes the way you'll catch that is by looking through the index, and you'll see something there that you didn't see in the catalog, and it'll tell you the page number so you can go and look. And then, of course, you can always see this bigger in the online store. Really, the catalogs, I think, since the annual catalog this year are becoming less about shopping, obviously still very much about shopping, but less about that and more about the source of inspiration, like an idea book, whereas the online store is really becoming the main place to go to shop. Obviously, depending on like your style of shopping, but I think it's just easier now to see everything online because it's all there. Again, you can see bigger pictures, and the catalog can be where you just, begin to maybe get some ideas. All right, page 54 and 55. This is for my Florida friends, my Florida family, and my Florida heart. So the sun or snow question. So we've got things like the snowman hugs, which even though it's called snowman hugs, we've got the snowman, but we've got a sandman too, or snowman dressed for summer at least. Reminds me of Olaf singing his song about summer, and what's that great line? Winter's a good time to stay home and cuddle, but put me in summer and I'll be a happy snowman. But this is actually my favorite. So this is Surfing Santa, and that is what it's all about to me. I like the rest of the set fine, but I love the Surfing Santa. My mom is from Barbados. She now lives in Florida. And in Barbados, there's a band, which maybe some of you have actually heard of, called the Merrymen, because they apparently played at the Super Bowl years ago. So they have some American presence. But I grew up listening to their music. They have a Christmas album, which I don't know why I laugh. Like, of course they celebrate Christmas all around the world, even in tropical places like Florida and Barbados. But I just don't tend to associate that because I grew up in the Northeast, and so many Christmas songs and Christmas carols, unfortunately, are like set where it's cold and snowy. But a Merrymen Bajan classic at Christmas is Santa's Got a Sunburn. So I want to do a little Rosie Santa surfing for my family this Christmas. So I thought that was really fun. All right, getting to our last few things here, and then we're going to talk prizes. So page 56, I just wanted to point out a couple types of things. So yes, I love the Yuletide Village stamp set. It's probably my favorite stamp set, like solo stamp set in the catalog. But I actually wanted to point out the Falling Snow background stamp, because I think this is the only one in this catalog. And again, it's kind of hidden because it looks small, but it would be that full background. Does it say the size? No. It does show the artwork at 100%, but it would be like a card front size stamp. And then also, this is an icon to watch for in the catalogs if you haven't heard me mention it before or know from just hearing it other places. When it has the million, and I can't even read what else it says, Stampin' Up million, that might be all it says. But that means that this set, or whatever the product is, was designed in collaboration with a $1 million sales achiever. And it'll actually, I think they've started doing this in recent publications, which I think is great, adding who it's inspired by. So inspired by million sales achiever Cindy Fodor for this Shepherd's Care set. So that's just neat because, a demonstrator had a part in that. And I love to dream about, if someday I ever got to that point, what I would want to design. All right, page 57, just another reminder of home decor is another thing that we can make, especially this time of year, maybe for handmade gifts, or our own decor in our own home for the holidays. Lots more that I'm having to skip over here, but one last sample I want to show you is the Enjoying Little Things stamp set, which is very good for any time of year. Lots of versatile sayings and images, and my friend Leslie Ann Masala made this card. She is a dog person. She has 2 adorable dogs, and so it says enjoy the little things, and it has the little doggy and some other images. This is that Full of Life DSP from the annual catalog, and so very cute, and again, good for any time of year. All right, so rewards. Page 63 talks about how, when you buy stuff, you can get stuff. You can get more for your money if you earn rewards. And so currently the rewards program is still for every $150 that you or a group of people you get together spend, you begin to earn a percentage back in free product of your choice. That will be changing in the new year. I'm not sure exactly when, but you will still be getting rewards back, and that's all I'll say for now because we haven't gotten all the details yet, including the actual date, but you will always be able to earn that benefit of a reward based on your spending. It's kind of like a customer loyalty program. That's especially more of what it's becoming, but you can see the QR code here to learn more, to stay up to date on what the rewards program is when you're shopping, and you can certainly ask me. I'm happy to talk to you about it, whatever I know and I'm allowed to share, I will share. And watch for those QR codes throughout the catalog. So there have been a lot of pages that have those that'll direct you to that part of the online store. And sometimes they're hidden, like this one in a gift, which is really fun. But like when I first saw this page, I'm like, where is, because it says scan the QR code to learn about our rewards program. I was like, where is it? I also thought it was really cute that some of these boxes are Stampin' Up! Boxes and they have product, like our snips and a stamp set. I just thought that was fun. And I love the diversity in the elves. So I just thought this was a fun page for those reasons as well. All right. Only a couple more things. So on page 64, we have that index I mentioned. So look through there and see if there's something that you don't think you saw in the catalog, and go back to the page number references to check it out. It's all sorted by category, just like the online store. So you've got a section for dies, a section for embellishments, a section for embossing folders, paper and packaging, punches, ribbon, and stamps. So hopefully it makes it easy to find what you're looking for. And then on page 66, we've got some items that are in other publications like the annual catalog or just online, as well as some things from this catalog, like these things were in this catalog. But it's just showing some ideas for stocking stuffers or maybe some crafting basics that you could gift someone, or if you're starting out that you might need or want. So I thought that was a neat idea. I'd love to get crafts in my stocking, so maybe you would too, or someone you know. And then I had mentioned at the beginning or early on that there were going to be more kits coming, and those are the paper pumpkin kits. So you all, again, if you do things with me, you know I do a lot with paper pumpkin. It is, and I'm just opening my computer to get a quick update on here that I wanted to share with you on this. But they are the monthly subscription kits that come, and unlike the kits collection, we don't get to see everything that's in them. We do get to see a sneak peek, and they're giving us more and more of a sneak peek. And this is one, by the way. So in the next few days, we're going to get the sneak peek for not just October, but October, November, and December's kits. So the next quarter's worth of kits. And here we get to see the add-on. So all year they've been doing add-on dies for each of the quarters, and you get at least one die to coordinate with each kit from that quarter. But a lot of times, I think all the time, they can cross coordinate. Like you're going to be able to use this tag with probably any kit. Mary might be more specific to the Christmas kits. Usually this time of year we get a Christmas card kit, a Christmas tag or treat package kit. And then the December kit is usually something more versatile, like with, multiple occasions and general sentiments and things like that as we go into the new year. And you might need like kind of your New Year's worth of cards. So I don't know for sure that that's what's going to happen this year, but judging from this, we can get a couple ideas maybe, and it's fun to just start thinking about. And from this, we get to see all three of those in action together. So yes, more information to come on Paper Pumpkin, but again, don't let the word subscription scare you. You are not committed to a recurring payment. You can get prepaid subscriptions as short as 1 month. And if you're an active subscriber, which just means having a subscription set up, even if it's just one of those prepaid codes, then you're able to buy things like the add-ons, past kits and refills of kits. And what else? You can cancel anytime. You can also just pause if there's a kit you don't want, but you want to see what's coming the next month. And it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. So even if you do accidentally get a month that you didn't want or don't like it once you get it, it's not what you expected, you can get a refund with Stampin' Up, or they'll find another way to make it right for you if a refund is not what you're wanting or needing. So anyway, I will not be doing a Paper Pumpkin party for September's kit, but again, we're getting the sneak peeks in a few days for the next quarter, and so we'll see about those. Although September's kit is still available. I think that was what I was pulling up to check, and I don't know why, because it's the same every month. But you have until the 10th of September to subscribe. I was talking about prizes and it cut me off. I've never had that happen before. So hopefully, if you were watching live, you're going to find me again here. If you're watching on replay, hopefully you're catching the second part. Sorry for whatever that issue was, but it just cut out on me. So I was just starting to say that for prizes, there's 2 ways to win. The first is to watch, which you're probably already doing, comment so that I know you did, and then invite other people to do the same, to watch and to comment. And then when you do that, you're entered to win a prize as someone who invited someone, and the person you invited is entered to win a prize. And you're not in competition with one another. There's a prize for inviters and a prize for invitees. And so the more people you invite, the more chances you have, not the less you have. And those people, if they then invite people, they do become competition, but the more the merrier. Oh, good. Terry, I'm glad you found me. Sorry for whatever the cutout was. So anyway, so that's the first way to win prizes. Watch, comment that you did, and invite others to do the same. You have the whole month of September to do that, And again, you'll earn an entry for every invitee who watches and comments that they did, so that I know. And make sure they tell me like who invited them. Or you tell me, like, if you see your friend Nick watched based on your recommendation, then make sure to say, hey, I'm the one who invited Nick. Okay, the second way to win prizes is the buy-in way. So that's a free way to win. The buy-in way is kind of like Stampin' Up's rewards program. You're going to get more from me this time for what you're ordering. So for every $50 you spend, and that's before shipping and tax, so $50 in product of your choice, I will add on a ribbon or embellishment, again, of your choice, to your order. Now, in order to do that, I do have to have you order through me. I have to order for you. So what you'll do is send me a list of the items you want. Again, you have the whole month to do this, so till September 30th. We can discuss virtual payment options, however you'd prefer to pay. I do all the things, or a lot of the things at least. And then I'll place your order for you to deliver to you as soon as possible. So it'll still come directly to you. You're not paying any extra shipping. I just want to make sure I can add in that bonus product for you without you paying. So again, it would be a free ribbon or embellishment from this new catalog of your choice for every $50 before shipping and tax that you spend. So if you spend $50, you get to choose one. If you spend $150, you get to choose three. And that can't be combined with other offers, so other rewards like Stampin' Up's rewards. So let me know what you're thinking of getting, and I can certainly tell you like whether it would be a better deal for you to get my offer or Stampin' Up's offer or what. Because I always want whatever's going to be best for you, and ultimately it's up to you to choose what's best for you. But I'll always be honest about like, you'll get more value this way, or you'll get things quicker that way, or whatever the case may be. This shouldn't impact speed, but I'm just using that as another example of I always want it to be to your benefit first and foremost, so I'm never going to keep information from you to benefit myself. So at least not intentionally. So that's the prizes deal. Again, hopefully you made it back to learn about that. I'll make sure to post about that as well and send reminders throughout the month. So you have till September 30th to do those things. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. Again, we're starting a minute late and going over a few minutes past anticipated time. But lots of good things to see from Stampin' Up, both again in the catalog and online. And the one other thing I wanted to try to remember to tell you, I'm glad I just remembered, is that my next event, hi again Terry, glad you're back. My next event is probably going to be in October. I'm definitely doing this event. I'm just trying to think if I'm doing anything before then. I think this will be the next one. But on October 5th, gosh, now I'm nervous that I'm forgetting. That is World Card Making Day. I just want to make sure that I'm right on that. October 5th? That's Saturday, yes. World Card Making Day. And Stampin' Up hosts an event for that that I would love for you all to join me at. It's a virtual event. It's from 4 to 5 or 5:30 p.m., so it's pretty short. There's nothing you need to have, although if you want to create the projects as they're going to instruct them, then there is a list of products to buy. When you register, you'll get that list of products. You also get the link to attend, and we're all going to get a small gift. I don't know what it is, but Stampin' Up is sending out a small gift, and the only way to get that is to register. So I'll be sending an Evite that has the QR code as the photo. It's in the photo of the Evite. And then I also think I found a link, like the link the QR code takes you to, that I put in the details or the message about the event. But I'll be sending that out shortly. If you're not already on my Evite list, send me your email, hannahcraftedgifts@gmail.com, and let me know you'd like to be on that. I only send out emails when I have events through Evite, and it's at most usually once a month, occasionally more. And you might get like a reminder or two for an event, but not a lot of emails, and you can always unsubscribe if you're not interested in continuing. But that way you'll know about the events that I'm doing, or again, in this case, Stampin' Up is hosting for us for this great occasion. So that's what will be next, unless I think of something else in the meantime. But again, thank you for whatever you engage in or not, for being here tonight or being here on replay. I always get rambly at the end because I never want this to end, but it's late, so I'll let y'all go. Happy crafting and happy early holidays.